Well, you ain't got to work hard to promote a fight like this magnitude. And again, I mean, other might be working hard, but this fight here, you don't have to promote hard because it is what it is. It says what it says. Both fighters done a great job of expressing their feelings and what they believe they're going to do. But one thing about these super fights, we all know that they don't come often in the era that we live in, unfortunately. But they're here. And this is the fight that not only will set the tone going forward to 2023, which is now 2024, 2025. This is the fight that the winner will be the face and the head in the market to go forward, and who's the face of boxing. Also, whoever wins the face of boxing, you must give some credit on who is in control. What I mean by control is when you have a fighter that puts himself in position where everybody, including the haters, have to pay homage based on what is real, must understand who represent that fighter. So now it elevates the company. And elevating the company, which is Golden Boy Promotion, it also brings clarity to who is in charge. And that's not a bold or a cocky or a arrogant statement. That is a statement in anything that goes on in every sport. Why you think they have playoffs? Why you think they have championships? Why you think they have regionalships before it comes to the big who is the king of the hill? Boxing is no different. We might have a lot more other shenanigans to make it complicated. But Ryan Garcia got rid of those distractions. And now we're here because of him. That makes, to me, a guy that knows himself, a guy that believes in himself, and a guy that dared to be great by taking a chance. You can't teach a fighter or an athlete to have something that they don't have. It's literally impossible. They will get exposed. The longer they stay in the game, the more exposure they will be or get. Trust me, I got 3 decades of experience of subterfuge and deceit bullshit. When a man says, okay, you want that? Okay, you want that? Okay, you want that? Yes, yes, yes. Damn, what do? You gotta eat crow now. Now you gotta fight. Now you gotta try to spin it. There's no spin now. Get your rest. Make weight. Put a little baby oil on your face to make sure that you don't look like you dehydrated too much, tank. And show up tomorrow and make weight and let's get ready to fight. Well, you and Ryan get ready to fight.
What does this do for Ryan if he wins tomorrow?
What do you mean what it does for Ryan?
For his career. If he's victorious tomorrow.
Can I tell you what it do for boxing?
Yeah.
And I'll work it back to what it do for Ryan.
Absolutely.
Let's deal with the boxing. For the business of boxing, it puts Ryan in a position, just like Canelo, just like Oscar, just like Floyd Mayweather, you become the most sought out guy amongst investors, sponsors, casual, hardcore, in between, people that only watch fights when it's big. You got those communities out there that only watch only big fights of this magnitude. He become all that. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of responsibility that comes in being the face of boxing. That's a benefit to him personally. Now what it does for business, his shirts everywhere. People are now that trying to think they can throw a jab off his people, now all of a sudden when they hit the bag. It becomes now a thing of, he become a marketing tool to bring more viewership and more respect to boxing, like Oscar did when he won Olympics and came out. The looks, the heart, the gill, to do all the things that's normally not done by a guy that not only represent himself outside the ring. When you have looks and you can fight like you don't have looks, let me say that again. That was good, hold up. When you have looks, because I don't think you got it. When you have looks like you can't fight, that means, I ain't gonna say pretty, but gorgeous, right? He can't fight, he looks good. You know how many people he knocked out based on they looked at him and said, he's too handsome to beat me. That is something that I didn't have it. And there's a lot of other fighters didn't have it. Doesn't mean we ain't make greatness, because obviously we did. But that's when you know that you have something special. That the pretty boy, his opponent mentioned it, Tank mentioned it, everybody mentioned it. Why? Because every generation had one of those or more pretty boys that we looked at. How are we going to destroy that face? Is there some envy there, possibly jealousy? Absolutely. But this guy can really flat out fight. None of y'all guys can say that, damn, you know what? I don't like Ryan for this fight, but I think he's all hype job. I don't think anyone of y'all be honest to say that's the case. Y'all know it's not. He can flat out fight. And he bringing that to the table, that's gonna open up benefits for him that only really generations that have one or two of those athletes. Tomorrow's gonna be a perfect sound. You're gonna think it's an NBA game tomorrow. I say it again, and not just beating up on you, I guarantee you're gonna think it's an NBA game tomorrow. You know how many players come to this game, this fight? And remind you, it's the playoffs. You don't get that for fights that's even big until you have a super fight.
It's a World Cup of boxing, man.
With two undefeated fighters who believe in themselves, who have followers around the world, millions, that's going to tune in. I mean, what are we talking about?
The perfection even helps hurt the fighter, because nowadays
What?
the road to perfection. So it's two undefeated fighters right now. They're both perfect. Now back in the day, it's like the fighter could take a loss and bounce back. It's a little different now. What do you think about them bouncing back nowadays?
No, anybody lose a fight now of a magnitude of being undefeated or fighting everybody up till they got there, let me tell you, nowadays it's like this. Only thing can get hurt now is your damn feelings you didn't win. Because right now they're looking at it totally different. And that was a hell of a comeback I just gave you. Your feelings could be hurt. It should be. Then I'm worried that you didn't win and you feel happy about it. Like, yo, like you ain't feeling some kind of way. At least give me some kind of like, man, damn. Kick the bucket or something. You understand? Show me something like you ain't like that. When you get comfortable losing and you get comfortable in feeling, you're dead, really. In that sport, it's over. That's okay, I'll get him next time. Okay? Nah, this is a generation that rewards those who take risk. This is a generation that rewards those, and I'm talking about media, I'm talking about fans. This is a generation that rewards the fighter that take risk. I told Elliot Setback on the interview, I had 3 characters that built and help my legacy as I moved on from the executioner to the alien to B-Hop. Now I have a fourth one, but I'm not throwing punches. I'm doing what I did when I was active, and I'm doing now. It's being the biggest instigator in boxing. To reinvent yourself and actually make sure that you live up to that title that you gave yourself. And some will think it's distasteful, but the biggest instigator spread through the boxing world like a wildfire, and they tried to use and challenge that yesterday. In case y'all didn't know, it's not breaking news, but I gotta let y'all know because they don't want y'all to know. Because in spite of them trying to keep me off the stage yesterday, at the press conference, saying there wasn't any more seats, Kelly Swanson, I told her stupid ass to get out of the way, and I made a seat. I say it again. I told her stupid ass, Kelly Swanson, to get out of the way, and I had my security, Akbar Muhammad, close by, right there, get a chair and put it right there near Joe Goosen. Didn't y'all see me up there?
Yeah.
You know why? Not because I was bullying my way in. I belong at the table, and they feared that I might take the table in a way of what? Knowledge and understanding. One thing for sure, I've earned what I became. I'm not apologetic or apologizing for anything that I move forward in life, because no one gave me an easy way, and I'm not looking for it. I've earned the right to be in front of y'all right now and to speak my mind the way I've done and the way I've been consistent.